Okay, so one of my children's favorite stories from my days in the Navy. I want to say it was 1999, and we pulled into Alexandria, Egypt, on our ship, and we took bus rides. We took a bus ride to Cairo, and on the bus ride, the guide told us, under no circumstance, once we get up to Giza, by the pyramids and the Sphinx and all that, under no circumstances should you, if you see a camel, just make sure you stay away from it. Don't go near it, whatever you do. So to me, being a young 20-something guy, I'm thinking, yeah, that's not going to work, because if I see a camel, I'm going to go take some pictures of it at least, right? And so I did. So we get to the pyramids at Giza, right? And, there's tourists everywhere, and people sitting on the first couple layers of stone at the bottom of the pyramid, and but there's buses everywhere and sand everywhere, and the first thing I spot over to my right is a guy on a camel. So at the time, he's sitting his camel down, and the camel's like, "Roar," and you see he's got like 14 joints in his legs, so it takes him forever to sit the camel down. Well, I go over there thinking, oh, I'm going to take a picture of this camel. And so I did. I went over towards the guy and started taking pictures of him on his camel. And he's like, no, my friend, no. He's like, you stand by camel. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm okay. I just want a picture. He's like, yes, I take pictures. Okay. So I'm thinking, wow, that's cool. So I go stand by this guy's camel. And he's over there acting like he's going to take pictures. Well, next thing you know, he's like, no, you sit on camel. I'm like, there's no way I'm sitting on this camel, man. And he goes, it's okay. It's a nice camel. Sit on camel. So I'm like, okay. So I get on the camel. And by this time, I see this policeman way off in the distance, and he's on foot. And he's yelling something at us. And he takes rocks, and he's trying to throw rocks as hard as he can at this guy. And before I know it, the guy runs and jumps on the camel, like right in front of me. I'm like flat up against this guy's back, right? Super uncomfortable. And he kicks this camel, and the camel's making all this noise and getting up, and he takes forever to get up with all his 14 joints in his leg. He's, right? And the guy's like, don't worry, my friend. I'm like, what do you mean, don't worry? You're like camel-jacking me here. And so next thing I see, this other guy on another camel just like trotting by. And the guy tosses my camera up to this friend of his. And I thought I was done for. I was like, okay, I'm getting camel-jacked. I don't know what's going to happen. So all of a sudden, we start trotting around the backside of this big pyramid. And you would think the paparazzi just showed up, because we're turning the camel this way and turning the camel that way. And we're like, he's like, no, get one from this side. And his buddy's over there on a camel, literally taking pictures of me on a camel with this other guy. So he says, hey, if you want camera back, just give my friend $50. And I'm thinking, no, there's no way I'm giving this guy $50, because I was mad, right? So I was behind him, so I could see in my wallet. I had a bunch of 20s. I gave him a $20 bill. I said, here, this is all I have. And he was like super delighted to get $20, because that's a lot of money to them, right? So he drops me off. Well, first he offers me a ride, gives me the camera back. First he offers me a ride to go back around the pyramid, and me being, stubborn like I was thinking, there's no way I'm going to ride another minute pressed up against this smelly guy, right? I immediately regretted that, because I didn't realize how big this pyramid was. So I'm trudging through this back to my bus, and I get back to the bus, and everybody's getting ready to get on the bus already at that point. So that was the time that I got Camel-Jacked, and it cost me $20. But number one, I survived. Secondly, I got a ride on a camel at the pyramids for $20. So, moral of the story is, I don't know what the moral of the story is. Don't get Camel-Jacked. Maybe go to a zoo. I don't know. But it was totally worth it in hindsight. So that's my camel story. Hope you liked it.